So, good morning, all of you, for this beautiful session. So, I would just like to start with few minutes of meditation. So, wherever you are seated, so please be comfortable in your place. And then, as we go through this meditation session, just feel how it is to be seated and getting detached from the place that I am sitting. For a few seconds, observe your breathing. As you breathe in and breathe out, there is a process going on. As I can feel myself, when I observe, I intake positive energy within me. Consciously, I went out my strength or stress within. Something that I want to forget or let go. I just want to vent it out. I let go the stress, and in my inner space, I feel all the positive energy from outside. As I do this process, I observe that my intake of positive energy is more, and then I fill my inner world with positive vibrations and peace. Consciously, if I'm doing this, it's just like filling an empty glass with all gems. I feel the emptiness within me with all the positive energy and peace, because I am that. And slowly I find that with this high energy within me, all the unwanted, unnecessary things just moving away from me. I let go all that is unnecessary and waste for me. I observe that this inner positivity and peace brings great amount of courage and willpower within me to do something positive, to be in a very positive mood, maintain the positive energy and disseminate positivity to others. I create a circle around me. I come back to the center, saying that I am the positive energy. I radiate that energy to myself, my family members, my friends, my teachers, colleagues, and the world at large. Let this energy of mine reach out to the world, the nature, the birds and animals. And I find that this energy returns back to me in the form of happiness, in the form of harmony, the form of peace. I am in this niche or the circuit. I feel so secure and safe. No outside thing can disturb me or influence me. Let us check for the next 40 minutes. What is it that is influencing me or disturbing me? I just keep it aside, me to myself, saying, this time is for myself, this time is mine. Each second is valuable for me. Slowly, as you open your eyes, find yourself in a different mode of energy, mode of positivity and peace within you. I request you slowly open your eyes, your hands and legs, and observe how beautifully the energy is radiating within you. Now, sir, am I able to share my PPT? One of you can tell me.
Yes, ma'am, you can share, ma'am.
No, because it's stopping me.
No, present now option is there in the right side corner.
I'm pressing that only.
Present now you click, ma'am.
Yeah, now is it visible, sir?
Ah, yeah, is visible, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, is it okay, or shall I make it slideshow?
Yeah, better slideshow, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, fine. Is everything fine? My audio fine?
Yes, ma'am, fine, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So thank you very much. And then I would just like to share a few things with this beginning of meditation session. Why I took you all into the journey of meditation, because it's something like this. So you have started from your home, and when you are entering your college, you will just not rush away into the class. So many of the times we go into the prayer room, we pray, then or we are into the garden, we spend few minutes at least in the open space. We take time out for us, we breathe for some time and then enter the class. So what is that break, where we are going into the garden, we are going into the prayer, we are going into an inner space of ourselves. It's just like you are not rushing into the classroom with the same thoughts of how you started from the home. You would have started with your own stress, you would have started with the traffic jams, you would have started with some other thoughts where you would have fought with someone, you have crashed into someone. So, all these thoughts I would have carried and gone to the school or college, and then it's just like a break for me. The few minutes of break is like you are taking time and going deep within yourself for getting ready for the next session or the next sharing. So, meditation also is something like that. You consciously take a break and you feel the inner space within you so that you can feel more of positivity inside you. So, I welcome you all to this session of stress management and meditation. So, with a simple definition of stress, what does it convey? So, what does stress convey to us? A beautiful message. Stress is nothing but a form of pain that comes to tell us something is needed to change, that I need to change. So, the form of pain can be my restlessness, it can be my anger, it can be my depression, or it can be feeling deep inner discomfort. All these are the inner pain that comes to tell us that you need to change. So, change, you can always connect inner pain to a change that is required inside, not outside. So, many of the times, whenever the pain is inside, we try to change something outside. We take up a new course, we take up to go out, venture out for the holidays, or we want to make new friends, we want to learn something more. So pain is something inside and the change is outside, and hence many of the time the stress that comes to us is not correlated with what is outside, and that's why we feel the stress or the pain is continuing for a longer period. So I'm not able to get out of that. Any form of stress which is giving me internal pain requires a deep internal change. So when I can bring this change, it is so easy for me to, at least to some extent or some percentage, come back to that resilience. So stress, it is pressure by resilience. Pressure is a challenge. Challenge of time, challenge of money, challenge of people, challenge from people's suggestions, ideas, thinking, their own way of belief system and their sanskar. All this can cause, or it can be the government, the rules, regulations. It is something outwardly, something that comes as a pressure. And what is resilience is inner strength. So, understanding this, you can always focus on resilience because we have always faced the pressure outside. We know what the pressure is. So, it can be from your peer group, it can be from your classmates, it can be from the management, it can be from anyone. So, the pressure from outside is a challenge for all of us. But then we need to focus on the resilience. It is inner strength. So, inner strength, I will just give you the definition of resilience. So, you just take an elastic or a rubber band. So, take it in your hand, and as you stretch it, you know, after certain limit, it has to come back to its original form, right? So, you can't stretch it anymore. So, coming back to its original form is resilience. The same way, I have my own inner strength. I have my own inner thoughts. I have my own inner strengths within. So, if I am able to focus on that, my positive inner strength, my own values, my qualities within. So, any kind of pressure, I will be easily able to come back to that resilience. If I have not concentrated on my inner strength, it will be only the pressure or the challenges and challenges and challenges. So, what happens if I am not able to understand this equation very well? So, I will be lost in some pressure or the other. So, understanding the field of complaint and the field of self control is very, very important. Especially, I request all the students to concentrate on this, the self control or the inner strength. Now, what is tension or stress? I can just say it is a sickness. It's not caused by any virus or bacteria. What is it? It is worldwide sickness. It is not caused by any virus or it is not caused by any bacteria, but it is lack of capacity to properly react. Then it turns out into tension. So just imagine if you're walking on the road and somewhere some person comes in front of you and there is a chaos, or there is some dog that comes in front of you and you feel fear for that. So you are just walking happily and going, but all of a sudden, if this happens, you feel that something is wrong. Yes, something is dangerous, something is risky. The same way, this sickness or this stress or tension, if it is not properly dealt with, it is something weird kind, it is something different kind. So we should always know that when there is tension, my uh, bringing solution to that, my reacting to that has to be much powerful and much more positive. So it is a kind of sickness, I can say. So now this sickness can go to many levels. First and foremost, when there is stress, you can find the behavior level change. A person who is stressed up, he starts to, some people start to eat more. Some people drive very recklessly. Some people go only for shopping day in and day out. Some people become workaholic. So this is the behavior level change where there is no balance in their behavior. Intellectual level change. So where they feel they are more depressed, they feel they are inferior to others, they are not learned, they are not experienced, they don't have the formal knowledge, they don't have the exposure. So all this is intellectual level. So just imagine your behavior in intellectual level, if it is clubbed together, that means you will automatically reach to an emotional level of stress where you find that every moment or every second, anything that is happening, anybody who's speaking to me, right, wrong, positive, or negative, you will be emotionally disturbed. You will be emotionally disturbed, and I can say it is emotional imbalance. I can find fault with someone, I can find more fault, more negativity in some of their positivity, I can find more negativity in their words, in their actions, everything. So, behavior level, intellectual level, and emotional level. So, what happens? It totally changes our life. So, we can find that if all these three things are affected in my life, I can easily be carried away by anything that is happening outside. For example, if people are just talking about some government rules and regulations which is not connected to me, people are just talking about some news outside our country, unconnected to me, not related to it. So I'm just carried away by that. I'm just carried away, and my thoughts, my working, everything slowly starts to change into that pattern. That is why we have to bring a very conscious level change. So, what is this conscious level change? I would just like to give you a small example. Some external causes are there which are not under our control. For example, external factors are uncontrollable. You can't change the living standard. As it is, we have to accept. We cannot change the world situation. As it is, we have to accept. There is chaos there is war going on somewhere else, there is racial discrimination, somewhere else, government policies are very, very harsh, very hard. Changing lifestyles, population growth, insecurity, hurry, fear, all these things you can find in people. These external things are uncontrollable, but there are certain things which are internal. For example, my own habits, my pride. I take pride in what? I take pride in something that is short lived. My name, my nationality, my caste, my creed, my own religion. All these are short lived, it keeps changing. My habits, my own negative bad habits can cause stress. My hatred towards someone, my attitude towards something or someone, my own addiction. Addiction, I don't say it is addiction to something like it is drug addiction or something. No, that is a very big picture, but smaller picture, I can say addiction can be towards our own indulgence, overindulgence in something. It could be constant looking out for messages, constant looking out for your WhatsApp messages, for internet messages, or it could be overindulgence in watching the news, watching movies, and watching films. So it is a harsh reality. I don't want to hurt anyone, but this is also a kind of addiction which can cause stress unnecessarily. Jealousy, too much of expectation, and then dependence. So we are so much dependent on so many gadgets. So just imagine if this is not there, I will not be able to live. But some are there where we have to depend on, but not all. So I don't have to depend on everything. So something unnecessary, if I start to depend on, what happens slowly takes away my individuality. It takes away my original decision, my original thoughts. So these internal causes of stress can be changed. So, how it can be changed, I will just explain to you in a very simple way. For example, I just am showing you this beautiful picture of this beautiful girl and the light that is shining in the middle of her forehead. I'll just give you a small incident that had taken place. A small boy, about 10 years old, was admitted to the hospital. You know, he was in a
Ma'am,
very
excuse me, ma'am. The
yeah.
first, it is in first slide only. It is showing first slide only.
This one he was not visible.
First slide only it is visible.
Which one? Oh, it didn't change at all.
It is not changing.
Just see now, sir. It's
No,
not
ma'am. It is
changing.
first slide only.
Oh, I think there's some problem. You didn't stop me then. I just
Try
try
it
now.
again, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just trying. Is it okay now? Is it
Yes,
changing, sir?
yes, ma'am. Now it is changing.
Okay, I think so. This it'll change this now, but slideshow it won't change. I think something is not compatible.
Okay, ma'am. Fine, ma'am. No
Okay.
issue. Continue, ma'am, please.
Yes, yes. So I explained to you this. You can please note down, students. The formula is this, and this is the formula. And I showed you the external causes. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Visible, ma'am. Now.
Yes, no. These are the internal causes, and I was showing you this slide, right? So what I was sharing with you is this is the picture of a beautiful girl. You know, there is a light shining in the middle of the forehead. Why I'm mentioning to you this is I would just like to narrate to you a small incident, real incident. So there was a small boy who was admitted to the hospital, and then he was in a very critical situation, a serious condition, and then his parents were a bit worried because it was their only child, and then with great love and affection they had brought him up. And then when they reached to the hospital, they waited for some time for the treatment to take place. And then after some time, when the doctors came out, he saw the parents. They were so tensed up and with all the question marks in their mind. What will happen? What can be the treatment like this? What happened? So when the doctor comes out and casually says it is a happy announcement to the parent, the child is good, he's fine, he's healthy now, and then we have given him all the treatment and he's okay now. There is a sparkle in the eyes of the parents. What is that sparkle? We say there is a chamak or sparkle in their eyes. What exactly is that sparkle? Can you connect to that? This is where we can really overcome our stress. If we can bring that sparkle in our life, that is the light within us. It means my own internal energy, my inner energy, my thoughts, my internal strength got connected to that beautiful words of the doctor that he is fine now, he is healthy now. And hence, there is a sparkle, there is a light, there is that energy of hope, there is the energy of my child coming back healthy, hale, and healthy. So that means when we say there is a sparkle in the eyes, it's just the sparkle, the light that comes, the light energy that is there within us. It starts to shine like that. In other words, we call it as the light, the root, the spirit, or the soul. So everything, in this world holds a kind of importance because of this light. If at all there was no light in this world, we would have got lost in the darkness. in pitch dark. So just imagine if all the human beings are lost in the dark. So where is the light? We will be wandering, we will be searching, we will be doing everything, and all the negative things come out. The same way, just imagine if there is no light in us, if there is no chamak in us, prakash in us, what will happen to the spiritual world? What will happen to the world of values? What will happen to the world of goodness? No, it's lost. We say we are just in darkness. So we need to bring that sparkle in our lifetime. So just to feel now, no, for few minutes we shall feel that. So when just get detached from yourself and feel the light within you, feel the flow of light inside you, the sparkle inside you. And as you start to experience this, there is a deep sense of peace and stillness within us. As you connect to this, slowly you can feel the thoughts that bring pressure, the thoughts of workload, the thoughts of study slowly fades away. I bring that light within me. I just feel so light within, and slowly this brings confidence within me to overcome any situation, any circumstance. This is the center point. This is the self, the light. Time and again, I need to come back to this light. Feel the light within you. Relax. So, I would just like to mention to you that many times all we need to do is relax ourselves. So, whenever there is a stress, whenever you feel overloaded, whenever you feel there is some kind of pressure from anybody, it can be small, petty things of someone scolding me, even though I have not committed any mistake. It could be small, petty thing that somebody has irritated me. Though I am a very good person, I'm a calm person. It is for us to relax and let go. So it is not the time as being careless. Okay, right, it has come, it will go now. So if I have just been careless, I have not relaxed myself, I have not let go my stress or discomfort or pain within, that increases the stress. Because what I hold inside, I attract that from outside. So all of us have to make it a practice or principle. Whenever there is stress, pressure, when I feel I'm not comfortable, I just have to go and relax. It could be any kind of relaxation. Relax your mind with meditation, practice, or listening to smooth music. That is very simple. Visit a park if possible. Listen to soft music. Next, when the situation is too complex, so for instance, you have to make a very critical decision, then you can look for someone whom you can trust and talk. This is the best solution. Don't keep it for yourself. Anything that is very critical, anything that overburdens me, I should not keep it to myself. The best thing is to share with someone whom I trust. If I find it very difficult, I can always look upon the Supreme. I can just leave it to God, whoever it can be. The supernatural power, the supreme power, just leave it to Him. Just give the decision to Him because He is the most trustworthy. Relaxation is the first stage for meditation. It's the first step, like it helps to get back to my compass, what my values are and what my ethical compass is like. So each situation requires deep inner value or deep inner strength. I can connect to that when I relax myself. So these are few things that we can do and we have to do. So it is very important for us to take these steps. So as I was mentioning to you about the light, there are three things, three meanings or definitions for light. One being the light within, second being light, the lightness in my thoughts, and the third is being enlightened. So we all know that one word has got different meanings. But if I practice one thing, all that comes, all the other two also comes. One thing that I need to practice every time is my own inner self or my own inner energy or the life energy that I hold, the light within that I hold has got tremendous power and tremendous positivity in itself. And that's why it's called the light or the soul. So just like how we have the bulb and then there is light in itself. It's so beautiful. So we have everything made in itself. And then when it glows, so there is light. But it is still connected, always connected to the mains. The same way, when I feel that I am different from situations, I am different from circumstance, I am different from problems, I am different from stress, I am the energy within. I can stay light in my thoughts. You can feel that energy of your thoughts within yourself. Like as if you're enjoying your thoughts, as if you're enjoying your vibrations of the thoughts. This is nothing but being enlightened. There is a light in that. So each step, each decision that I take requires an enlightenment within me. I just can't be in that mode of stress, in that mode of tension or negativity to solve any problem. I have to come to the next mode of being more powerful, more enlightened. So these three things are very important for us in our lifetime. And for this, we have to practice this very important. If I have to be the light, I have to let go, right? So, what is it that I need to let go? So, many times there are some things, some thoughts that I hold on to. So, what are these thoughts like? Something that happened 10 days back, something that happened 3 days back. It keeps repeating in my mind. So what happens is I create a picture in my subconscious mind, picture of that person. And as I start to remember the incident, the picture starts to come in my subconscious mind and I start to fill it with the thoughts, all the thoughts that happened on that day. I fill it with those thoughts. So the picture is there in subconscious mind. I have filled with those thoughts, and every time I recollect that incident, the picture, the thoughts, everything comes to my mind. And that is where it becomes stronger and stronger. And it's very difficult for us to forget. So, what we need to do is any incident that is happening, I just have to let go. So, letting go is a kind of relaxing technique within me. So, I have to understand what is going on inside me. Before I create the picture of that person or incident in my subconscious mind, I have to change it immediately. I have to change my thoughts. I have to change the picture. Let me create the picture of God. Let me create the picture of beautiful scenery. Let me create the picture of my own role model. So when I start to do this, automatically I fill it with something positive. I fill it with something very more powerful. This is what I need to do now. So when sometimes this relaxing is not enough, I need to understand what is going on within me. So very important in my life is I have to prioritize some thoughts. What is important for me now? I need to understand that in depth. Only then I will be able to take control of that. So I can't keep thinking about the whole world when I have to study and give my exams. I can't keep thinking of the past when I have to focus on something, on my learning. So this understanding is a must for us. This I need to do time and again, because the most important thing that we need to learn is thought management. If I have learned this lesson, I can manage myself. That means I can manage my thought. We gravitate in the direction of our dominant thoughts. Gravitate in the sense we are pulled towards that. वो केंद्र हमें खींचता है. You are pulled towards that. What is the dominant thought like? So day in and day out, if I just think of corona, if I just think of the serious condition outside, if I just keep thinking of that, I'm pulled towards that. I gravitate towards that. So automatically I'm lost in that. I never feel that I can create thoughts of healing. I can create thoughts of positivity for the world, for the patients. I can create thoughts of comfort for the patients. So we need to understand what are my dominant thoughts. What comes again and again and again and again, that pulls me a lot. So we need to be careful in this aspect of coming to a positive note time and again. Every 1 hour once, half an hour once, come to that positive note. Create a positivity in yourself. Come or read a positive note. Experience that. Something positive is required so that it becomes my dominant thoughts. And as I was saying, letting go is something very important. It's like I can't break each bar of the cage. It's very difficult. So I let go my position. I let go the tag of my name, my fame. I let go the tag of my caste, religion, all that. It's difficult. So in wholesale, we can do one thing. So we just have to be to ourselves, of just being that inner being. Automatically, all the tags are erased. We just have to be that inner being of light, the soul. So when you are in that conscious, automatically there is a kind of deep inner liberation. Otherwise, we are pulled towards that again and again. This is my position, this is my name, this is my fame, this is where I stand, and then you're pulled towards that. So letting go is in simple words, when you just be that internal inner spark, the light within, you can just come out of that cage of bondage and you can fly high in all the fields, in any field that is required. So for this, we need a change of lifestyle, very important, because mind, words, and actions are always there. Your thinking, your words, and your actions are always there. It is forever until I am there on this earth. It is forever. Now, if I have to harmonize my lifestyle, so in my mind, I have to keep happy thoughts, positive thoughts. My words always have to be of hope, and my actions have to be divine. In the sense, let values be exhibited in our actions. In return, I will get hundredfold or multifold of all that I have given. If I have given hope to someone, I will receive that in multifold. If I've given happiness to someone, I will receive that in multifold. So, somewhere or the other, we have to harmonize our lifestyle. Harmonizing in the sense, your mind, your words, and actions have to be synchronized with some kind of, here it should be some kind of speciality, happiness, simplicity, humble, or it could be cooperation, it could be peace, it could be respect. And in words, there should always be a hope. I can do it, we can do it, we shall do it. And actions have to be very divine, not hurting anyone, not making others discomfortable, not giving pain to anyone. It should be so divine. So when these are in harmony, my life is for something very, very much positive and better. And this is where we can, to a larger extent, release our stress or the tensions that we are put up. So now, I would like to take you all into a small meditation session before ending. So the picture that you are seeing, it's just like how, you know we are just exposed to the sun. It is one sun giving light and heat to the whole world. The whole world. It is human beings, it is nature, it is everything in this world. It is only one sun. So there is a supreme light who is giving us the light, might, knowledge to the whole world. So let us just be open to that. For a few minutes, wherever you are seated, just observe and sit in that position of comfort. As I look out through these physical eyes, I observe that there is the sun's light and heat outside the world. Some are healed with this light and heat. Some are happy with this light and heat. It's so universal outside. As I step outside my house, I can feel the abundance of the sun, unlimited. The same way, I, the light, I step out of this gross world, of being this body. I just become the light and feel the supreme energy, the abundant light flowing through me, the abundant love flowing through me. It's so unlimited. I'm filled with this energy within. Few moments that is healing me deep within, is giving me the hope, making me more courageous, more happy with this beautiful connection with the Eternal Father. I find the flow of rays into me, easing my pain, easing my discomfort. I feel light. I feel so liberated deep within. I promise to myself to connect to the Supreme Father time and again, to recharge myself. I send the vibrations of healing to the world at large, to all the patients, to all the working force, everybody in this world. I come back to this point of resilience and remind myself my mind has to be positive, happy. My words should be full with hope. My actions have to be very divine. I promise to myself to harmonize my lifestyle, relax my whole body. My mind and body is completely relaxed now. Slowly move your hands, your legs, open your eyes and feel the vibrations within. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Hope the sharing has helped you, and I thank the organizers for this. So may this sharing be your discipline, or it can be a principle or a practice in your lifestyle. Thank you very much, and all the best to all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, ma'am. Thank you very much. On behalf of New Horizon College of Engineering, Department of EEE Electrical and Electronics Engineering, so we thank you for taking this session, ma'am.
Thank you.
Participants, the feedback form for this today's webinar on stress management and meditation, the feedback form which is shared in the chat window. I request you fill that feedback form.
Anybody wants to share anything? They can
Yeah,
just put in few words. How did they feel? What was their takeaway?
your experiences you can share. Yes, ma'am. Dr. Shubhashni Neela Megam messaged me the really different experience. Hari Krishna, very nice session and helpful to control the mind. If you want to talk with our resource person, Chaya ma'am, you can unmute yourself and talk and share your feelings, or any, if you have any facing any issues, you can share to the ma'am. Any difficult situations if you are facing. So I think they are.
Hello.
Yeah, Hari
Uh,
Krishna sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
yeah, hello, ma'am. Thank you very much for a
Thank
very
you.
nice session. Uh,
Thank you.
though I take a couple of minutes to share my personal experience about the program and my query. It's very nice
Sure.
program and enlightening the mind about in different aspects. My query is related to when we get any trouble related to from the believing persons itself. For example, I believe a person before 3 years. Now maybe it's a family, either father or brother, and if we feel they are cheating us, so during those times, how we need to overcome this type of issues, madam? Please suggest few words. Thanks, ma'am.
Yes, very nice question. This is something which happens in the world now because it can be a person's selfish motive, it can be a person's too much of negative thinking, which brings us into such situation of cheating someone. But then we need to realize that, say, a person is thinking like this of cheating someone, that means his motto is something else, right? So if I have faced that problem, it is
Okay,
for me to be safe.
okay,
So in the sense that I don't have to get involved into that by overthinking that. So it is like I have got cheated. It is a light that has come up about that person, something that I have known about that person. The next step for me is not to overthink about that,
okay,
but
ma'am.
either I can be positive. If I am not able to be positive with them, I just have to leave the situation like that. So I don't have to think negative about that. I have to be very cautious, very aware when I'm interacting with them again. But then negativity again creates a very subtle accounts with them. And then I am creating thoughts of negativity, it is reaching them, again it comes back to me. Right?
Okay,
So
yes,
you,
ma'am.
you can see that I'm thinking 10 thoughts, they are thinking 20, and it comes back to me as 40 thoughts, one after the other, one after the other.
Hmm.
So as much possible, if I am not, if I just consciously don't think about that, no,
Okay,
you just get engaged into something or the other, something or the other when the thoughts come up, and then
okay,
slowly you can find that in one state, you just create one positive thought towards that person.
okay,
Yeah?
ma'am. Sure.
Then you will get the courage to think two times, three times, four times. But we don't have to think negative. This part we have to take part,
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
take control of, or we have to do that because it is very easy for us to be mentally disturbed, emotionally disturbed, and it is near and dear ones who have cheated us,
Hmm. Yes.
right?
Okay.
It is
Yes,
very
agree, ma'am.
difficult because we would have given our best to them, and then each time when I have given something, I have expected from them,
Okay. Yes.
right? So
Yes,
they will
ma'am.
give me love, they will look after me, they will be with me. I have expected so much,
Yes, ma'am.
so
Okay.
my expectation is hurt there.
Oh, agree,
So
ma'am.
yes,
Correct.
so
Okay.
I will be down. That
Hmm.
is
Yes.
natural because I have done that expectation thing before. I will
Yes.
be down, but
Okay.
again it is for me to come out of that. I
Okay.
can't stay in that stage for a long period of time. That will again create a subtle account,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So I can find they are doubling their actions towards
Yes.
me. They
Okay.
are, it's becoming more and more. So
Okay.
there I have to bring a simple change. If I
Yes.
am not able to think positive about them, I just have to leave the situation like that.
Okay,
Just
ma'am.
to get engaged into something positive when those thoughts crop up.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
then one point you can see that when there is more positivity in us, we can send positive thoughts towards them and resolve the thing very easily.
Yes.
Very
Sure,
easily.
ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Can I
morning. Yes, ma'am.
can I ask
Yes,
some
yes,
ma'am?
yes. Yes,
First
Akanksha.
of all, thank you very much, ma'am, for giving such a
Thank
wonderful
you.
session. Ma'am,
Thank
I
you.
have a query. Like this is my personal issue. Like
Sure.
I'm suffering from some personal problems at my place for
Mm.
marriage problems and something like that. So that
Yes.
problem frustration I always remove of my family members. So like how to deal with this frustration? Like I'm angry with someone third person's anger, I remove the frustration on the first person. So
Mm.
how to deal with this frustration?
Yes. See, first of all, frustration comes because again there is some kind of expectation that everything will go on very well, right? So everything will be smooth, everything will be as I have expected. So everything will be like how I want, how I like, what I want. But if something goes wrong, so I will be
Yes.
disgusted, I will be frustrated. So this I have to work on myself. See, everything will not be according to my will and wish, right? Everybody will not act like that. I have to prepare myself for that. So what happens then? If somebody is acting against my will, if somebody is acting something different, I will be able to stop myself there without getting indulged in that and becoming frustrated. I should prepare myself with that positivity there. So I can't expect something good from everybody. I can't expect positivity from everybody. There are people who are totally negative. There are people who are totally 100% negative. So I can't expect positivity from them. So this pre-preparedness, will make me stand on my own. So I will not be carried away by what is happening outside from that person, this person. So slowly and slowly you can bring down that percentage of frustration if you are not getting indulged into that person or situation or anything like that. So it's just a try. You just try. If that is frustrating, just prepare yourself like this. So
Is
this
it
is
more
what
about
is.
acceptance the situation, like we should accept the situation as it is?
Yes, it is. But then I don't have to involve, right? So I
Yes.
know that this is going to be like this. There is nothing like wonder in that, no? You won't feel wonder in that. See, if you have seen a film, it's just a practice. If you have seen a film, so next time when you go and sit in the film theater, it is so nice. Now you know the story, you will tell the next scene, next scene. It's the same way like this. So when you are practicing meditation, it is like you are pre-preparing yourself, right? So
Yes.
situation will be there, people will be there who are negative, situations will be critical, it will be like that. But what should I be like? What should I do then? If you have pre-prepared yourself, so it is not easy for you to just carried away by those things. Frustration
Yes.
to a larger extent will come down.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other questions, participants? Yes, ma'am. I think no questions. Thank you for your valuable time and very
Thank you.
nice session. Uh, in future, definitely, if it is
Sure, sure.
required, definitely I will
Yes,
contact you, ma'am, for
yes.
such
Yes,
wonderful
yes.
programs. Thank you very much.
Anytime, anytime you can contact me. So thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.